Well, here we are. This is the brand new coach of the Australian men's volleyball team, Roberto Santilli. Roberto, great to have you on board. Welcome to Volleyball Australia. I hope you're excited about what lies ahead.
Yes, I do. Of course, I do. You know, it's first, it's a big honor for me to be in charge with the Volleyball Federation, Australian Volleyball Federation, and yeah, it's I mean, it's a big pleasure, and I'm really happy to accept this opportunity. Yeah.
What was it that attracted you to this job?
Oh, Australian first? No, I'm joking.
You know you won't get to spend a lot of time in Australia, don't you?
Yeah, of course, of course. Now, first of all, I can tell you, technically, the biggest point with this team is that is a group of young players. So it means the average of the team is very young, and it's a group really, really interesting. I mean, it's a group that can work for long time together and has a big potentiality to make a big step. In this moment, as you know, Australia has around 14th place in the ranking, FIVB ranking. It means we are close to the top level, but not inside of the top level. This is the big challenge for us, you know. So to make a step to coming to the highest level of volleyball. And this is, I mean, the big synthesis we can do. We have a interesting group of young players ready to make a step and coming to the top. Of course, it's a big job to do, but, you know, we love the big challenges.
You come into the job with less than 2 years until the Rio Olympics. Does that make you worried about the time frame you have to work in?
No, this is the normal time you have, and when you coach the national team, and you don't have normally long time to plan something. And Special Olympics has a strange system to qualify, so you have to pass, you know, some situation, and then you have one tournament to qualify for Olympic Games, and it's really, really difficult. But of course, Olympics is Olympics, so we have to focus all the job in this summer and the next to be ready for the moment where we have to make the step and be in the Olympic Games.
I know you've watched a lot of tape of the Australian team. Will the team under Roberto Santilli play a very different style of volleyball, do you think?
I think we're gonna change something of the style, how you say, the volleyball style. But I think, you know, the important players are already known, so we will focus some job with important players, and at the same time we want to fix some focus also for the young generation that can increase the level of this team and can give something more on this team also for watching forward in the future. So I think we're gonna do something for this team. I mean, we're gonna like make our style of game, but we are not just focusing the short time, but we are always focusing, you know, on the future and what we wanna do for this federation for a long time.
What do you think is the one thing that this team needs to do to take itself to the very next level?
Yeah, technically, I think the first step to do is to improve our side out. So the reception and attack system is something that I think we can do better, and this will be one of the goal in technical practice we're gonna do. And then the second part that we were talking also with the board is that we have to improve some skill that can give us some more chance to play high level. And the two skills that we have to improve the most are service and reception, where we can really have to make a big step, because you cannot play high level volleyball if you are not strong in service and reception. So this will be one of the focus on practice for us.
And you're already quite familiar, aren't you, with a lot of the Australian players? Many of them are already in Europe. I know you've probably had dealings with them before. And of course, Tom Edgar is in Korea, and everyone in world volleyball knows of his pedigree. Paul Carroll, players like that, Aiden Zingle, the captain. Are you excited about building a team around those sorts of players?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. I have a big esteem for some of the players that you nominate. And of course, you are talking about important players. And as I told you, we have to focus our moment, and we have to know exactly that we are in the moment that we have to make a step forward. And this is a very important step because to reach that top level, it means everybody have to be ready to make our best for this national team, and especially everybody have to be involved in the volleyball dream that we have about Australian Federation. So it's like a new deal that we try to start with the president, and in the new deal, all the players have to be involved on the idea that we are doing something together. We are doing some like big dream for all of us, and so I cannot accept that we just have different position between federation and players. I mean, I wanna make the players part of federation, part of our job, and this is for me the first step, the beginning of the approach and relationship with those guys, and I'm pretty sure that they will understand what I mean.
One of your first tasks will be to lead Australia into the top level of World League this year, where they will come up against Italy, of course, amongst others. Are you looking forward to the day when Australia steps onto the court to take on your home country?
Of course. This is the first thing that I say to my mom. I say, "Mom, I'm going to coach the Australian," and she say, "Oh my God, so far." I say, "But don't worry, we will play the first game against Italy." So she was very happy about this, and we all will be exciting on this date, because it will be the beginning of my big adventure in Australia, and it will be against the Italians. So I can't imagine something more exciting than this. It's impossible.
And can I just finish by asking you personally? You were involved with the German side last year. You've been involved coaching at club level for quite a few years now. Are you excited with the challenge of taking on a national team again, especially one that has ambitions like Australia has?
Yeah, of course. I told you, this is a big challenge, 100%. And as you know, my last 10 years, I was spending around Europe coaching all the best league, like Russia, Poland, Italy, and also federations. Now, of course, when you have like this target, you just are looking for the special dream, the special challenges, and Australia is for sure one of the most important challenge you can get, and I'm really excited about this. I know I can't wait to start to work for.
And I know we're going to learn a lot more about you in the months to come, I'm sure. But could I finish by asking you, I know I've already said I'm going to finish, but I'm going to finish by asking you, how many languages do you speak, Roberto, just out of interest? Because your English is so good. I know you've been in Russia, and I know you've been in Poland, and you obviously speak Italian.
Yeah, and I learned something from Russia. Now to Russian, not so much, but good enough to live there. And then Polish is more difficult than Russian. Mm-hmm. And some French. I spoke French when I was at the school, and my English is not perfect, but I realized that I will do my best to make my English better and more similar to Australian English.
The Australian volleyball team only know one language, and that is the language of hard work. Well, that's what I'm going to tell you anyway, Roberto. It is great to meet you, and I know that the volleyball community is looking forward to having you as part of what's going to be an incredible 2015, and then hopefully an even more exciting 2016. Great to meet you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. See you soon.